So this is a big question a lot of people have been asking about, and is how is the cheating problem going to be when Modern Warfare 2 drops? Because obviously a lot of people were highlighting the fact that people were actually cheating within the beta. I know there are a lot of losers out there that will go to the lowest of lows to try and get a competitive advantage, and that's kind of what we saw in the beta when they weren't actually fully utilizing Ricochet, and that's what we're going to talk about today. They put out a blog talking about the different things that they've learned and kind of what to expect with Modern Warfare 2, as well as Warzone 2 and DMZ when those eventually come out. But before we transition to that, today's video does have a sponsor. Today's video is brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook. So football season has officially kicked off and each team is out there game planning for their next opponent. And while that's going on, DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL, is drawing up their own winning play for all brand new customers. All new customers need to do to sign up is use promo code JGOD, bet $5 on any team before their game kicks off, and if that team manages to win, you'll end up with $200 in free bets. That's right, any new customer that bets $5 on their team to win that next game is going to be rewarded with $200 in free bets if that team wins. Plus, with same game parlays all season long, you can combine multiple bets from the same game to give yourself a shot at some bigger winnings. And if you happen to be in a state where sports betting isn't available, DraftKings Daily Fantasy has been working on ways for you to still win cash this football season. DraftKings has been around a while, so you know that your funds are safe and can be withdrawn whenever and wherever you want. So download DraftKings Sportsbook now. New customers using promo code JGOD will receive $200 in free bets if their team wins after betting $5 on a team before that game starts. That's promo code JGOD only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Welcome back. So it says Ricochet anti-cheat progress report, Modern Warfare 2, Warzone 2, and the open beta recap. Team Ricochet has been examining data and trends focusing on cheating and hacking attempts to ensure readiness for day one of Modern Warfare 2. Throughout the beta, a limited level of Ricochet anti-cheat protections were active, but the full scope of our security infrastructure, such as various detection systems and in-game mitigations, won't go live until Modern Warfare 2 officially launches on October 28th, which is kind of a big deal. It basically says, hey, we didn't use all our tools. Before we dive into security recap, Modern Warfare 2 open beta, we would like to outline our goals for the upcoming launch. It's been like 6 months, 8 months, and since we've had any follow-up, maybe not that long, but we've had follow-up about the Ricochet anti-cheat, because there's, for the vast majority, if you're actually playing the game regularly, you're not really running into the cheaters all that often. Do you and can you? Yes. I think with online gaming, you can never really remove 100% of the cheaters, no matter how foolproof your anti-cheat is. And examples of that is with Valorant. They have one of the best anti-cheats across the board. At least it's recognized for having one of the best anti-cheats. And yet they still end up having cheaters within their lobbies, and other games have just as much problems as COD had back in Verdansk, if not worse. For the first time, Ricochet anti-cheat and its kernel level driver will launch day and date with a new title in the Call of Duty universe. We had a kind of a delay with Vanguard the last time around. This time it's going to be there right from day one. So that's kind of what they're referencing there. Ricochet anti-cheat will operate on a new unified security platform. This new system provides Team Ricochet more protections, such as better detection capabilities, additional access to develop and deploy new mitigation techniques, and expand freedom to update our security more frequently than ever before. Driver will be present in both Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and okay, we got it all. It's on everything. Okay. In-game mitigations. While they were not enabled during the beta, all existing mitigation systems will be active at the launch of Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2, including cloaking, disarming, damage shield, and more. Cheaters can also expect a whole new host of in-game enforcement too. Learn about it here at the mitigations, which is kind of what they talked about previously. Server versus client. Team Ricochet, in collaboration with studio partners across Infinity Ward, Raven, Demonware, Sledgehammer, and Treyarch, and more, are transforming how the game client and server communicates. An example of that is within Valorant. They use this fog of war thing, where basically unless the player has a line of sight of the player, they don't actually exist to each other. So if somebody's behind the wall, you can't have like a wall hack, because literally that player doesn't exist on the server end or something. That's kind of like a layman's way. I'm sure it's way more technical than that, but essentially there's an issue where they're able to do that. Maybe they're referencing that. Migrating certain process to be powered on a server side in addition to the client. What this means is Team Ricochet can now retain authority over more gameplay systems, providing even more protection for the game. And that's kind of, I think, what they're leaning towards, but it could be other systems beyond that one that I just referenced. The SMS security policy, and this is one that a lot of people are kind of frustrated about because it will impact if you have a prepaid phone and are a PC user. If you're on console, you don't have to worry about doing the SMS stuff the same way that Overwatch has kind of forced it. They kind of split it where if you're on PC, you have to have a regular phone line that works properly with text messages, right? A text-enabled mobile phone number is required to play Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 on PC. Existing Call of Duty Warzone players that have previously verified their account will not be required to provide any additional information to access Modern Warfare 2 or Warzone 2.0. The SMS policy for Modern Warfare 2 and Warzone 2 on Battle.net is the same as requirements of Call of Duty Warzone on PC, which was implemented back in May. A mobile phone number must be linked to your Steam account to play Modern Warfare 2 on that platform. SMS verification is critical to our anti-cheat enforcement efforts, tackling illicit account creation at its source. So this should just cut down the pool of losers so that like it makes it way harder where they're like, oh dang, that's just kind of a pain in the butt. I'm not going to do it, right? So you start limiting the amount of people that want to be losers because it's a hassle to be a like super loser, right? And that's just kind of how it works. This helps our security team to maintain account and game security in order to provide a safe, fair, and fun gaming experience for all of our players. In August 2022, we updated the SMS policy for new players on Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2019, requiring a text-enabled mobile phone number to play the game. Prior to this change, new accounts in Modern Warfare could access Warzone without the SMS security. So you're just cutting that down significantly. As the illicit account market adjusted to our security enforcement, Team Ricochet started seeing more cheaters attempt to access Warzone from Modern Warfare to bypass the SMS policy. So they're like, oh, you got to load into this first. So there was a workaround. And that's the way that anti-cheat works, right? You got the cheaters making better cheats and then the anti-cheat making better anti-cheat. The same way with guns, they make better bullets for better armor, for better bullets, for better armor. And it's a constant battle, arms race, they call it, right? So the security team recommended the update to further combat illicit account market. The SMS requirement for the game access is used for security purposes only. Call of Duty does not use SMS verification data for marketing purposes. Not yet. Modern Warfare 2 recap. So the benefit of the pre-release beta is being able to test new methodologies and systems ahead of launch to see what is viable, as well as retain the full scope of Ricochet anti-cheat to keep our cards closer to our chest. Bans for the Modern Warfare 2 open beta can be split into two categories of accounts that were removed prior to accessing the beta and accounts that were detected and removed during the beta. In preparation for the beta, Team Ricochet banned over 60,000 accounts, illicit accounts from our system, denying them access to the event. So this means they got banned before ever playing their first match, right? They didn't get access to it. During the beta itself, they banned over 20,000 issues, ejecting players from participation. So examining the data, we found that 72% of players detected by the cheats were actioned on before they ever played a single match. For those that were able to play normally, assuming every match they played included the use of cheats, our systems were able to detect and remove them from our ecosystem on an average of within 5 matches played. So pretty straightforward. It's good that they're addressing this. I feel like, right, the Verdansk was a big problem. Like you ran into cheaters literally every lobby. If it wasn't every lobby, it was every other lobby. Then once they did the integration with Vanguard in December, we noticed that got cut down drastically. It was like 1 in 15 matches or something crazy like that. Super low. And I think it's kind of held around there. Obviously, some days are better than others. For the vast majority of time, you're probably not going to run into a real cheater. Good, they're kind of taking steps to kind of even make that number lower, even for a paid game. People think that, hey, just because it's a paid game, you're not going to experience it. Paid games have that issue because there's always going to be people going to try and circumvent the system and have foolproof cheats or whatever. So it's a good thing that they're trying to work on that with year 2, and it's gotten better because this should help the longevity of the game, because hackers in general is just a bad. It's just awful that you have to experience them in gaming in general. Appreciate all the support on the content. Thank you for watching. As always, have a great day.